Hello guys, how are you? I hope you all are doing excellent. This is Ashwin Mishra, came up with our channel, George Medical's Library. So guys, in this video, we are going to discuss about the hypertension related diseases along with related causes, symptoms, signs, and along with their pathogenesis and lots of things. Okay, so please connect to this video and watch this video till the end. Okay. In this, first of all, we are discussing about what is hypertension. Hypertension means the blood which is flowing in the artery. The pressure of the blood increases than the normal. Okay, it means the normal blood pressure is about 120 to 80. Okay, 120 means it is a systolic blood pressure and 80 means diastolic blood pressure. Okay, if this value increases than normal, so it means you are reaching toward the pre-hypertension condition. Okay, so if you search in the Google, you will find lots of classification. Okay, but according to the book which I had mentioned in the description box, okay, in that it is the best classification which is called as a British Society Hypertension Classification. Okay, this classification is very reliable classification. Okay, in that the hypertension has been classified mainly three grades: grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. That grade means grade 1 is a mild form, grade 2 is a moderate form, and grade 3 is a severe form. In grade 1, the blood pressure of the systolic, it means it reaches to the 140 to 159. Okay, it is a systolic. And what is the diastolic? It means 90 to 99. Okay. In grade 2, which is in moderate form, okay, in that blood pressure increases to, which is systolic, 160 to 179. Okay, it is a systolic. And the diastolic, it means it reaches to the 100 to 109. And the third grade, okay, it means it is in severe form. In that condition, the blood pressure increases more than 180 systolic blood pressure, and the diastolic is more than 110. Okay, so these are the classification according to the British Hypertension Society classification. Okay, now guys, I am going to discuss about some kind of basic information related to the pathogenesis of the hypertension. First of all, what do you mean by blood pressure? Blood pressure is equal to the cardiac output into peripheral resistance, which means peripheral vascular resistance. What do you mean by cardiac output? Okay, cardiac output means it is a stroke volume into heart rate. Okay, now what is a stroke volume? It means one beat, how much blood eject in one beat. Okay, in one heartbeat. Okay, that means stroke volume. And what is cardiac output? Cardiac output is a combination of the stroke volume into heart rate, means in 1 minute how much blood pumped by the heart. Okay. And what do you mean by peripheral vascular resistance? It means what is the structure of the blood vessels and what is the function of the blood vessels. It tells about that and how much resistance it can give by the blood vessels. In the hypertension condition, when we say that blood pressure increases, it will increase only when the cardiac output increases along with the peripheral vascular resistance increases. This means the blood pressure increases. Okay. Now we are going to discuss about some pathogenesis and some mechanism of the hypertension. Okay. So guys, in this book there are lots of mechanism has been given. Okay. So the mechanism is like influencing the hypertension. It means the genetic influencing. Okay. Along with there is environmental influencing. Okay. So these are the combination which helps to increase the hypertension. How? Okay. So first of all, if there is a change in the blood vessel, for example, blood vessel due to some kind of disease or some kind of stimulation by some environmental factor or the genetic factor, so blood vessel get constrict or the change in the shape of the blood vessels. Okay, when the shape of the blood vessel get changed, their function also get changed, and that leads to the peripheral vascular resistance. Okay, as I previously told that the peripheral resistance when increases, especially for the blood vessel, it will lead to the constriction of the blood vessel and the flow of the blood will hamper. Okay. Second thing, how the cardiac output increases. Okay. If there is a problem in the sodium excretion from the body. Okay. Guys, I know sodium is very essential to maintain our hemostasis. But if there is a problem in the kidney, so it will lead to the much amount of absorption of water. Okay. In that condition, the renin, angiotensin, aldosterone system get hampered. Okay. You know what is RAS mechanism? RAS mechanism means it only activate when your cardiac output decreases. Okay, it helps to increase your cardiac output. But guys, your body, if you have already sodium, okay, so why RAS system will activate? Okay, so if you have lots of sodium in your body, so this will lead to there is a problem. Okay, there is a defect. Okay, some kind of a sympathetic defect. Okay, so this is also a kind of a mechanism. Okay. And along with guys, these all are contribute to the increase in the blood pressure and leads to the hypertension. Okay, now we are going to discuss about what are the causes of increase in the blood pressure. Okay, that leads to the hypertension. There are many causes, of course. If there is a sodium reabsorption increases, that leads to the hypertension. And along with There is a lack of the exercise, lack of physical activity, that also leads to the hypertension. Stress is the one of the factors which also leads to the hypertension. Obesity, genetic factor, these are all leads to the hypertension. Okay, guys, there are some risk factors which also mimic the cause. Okay, so it is very necessary to differentiate the risk factor and the cause. Okay, in risk factor there are the modifiable risk factor and the non-modifiable risk factor. Okay, non-modifiable risk factor means we can't modify. Okay, like age, gender, okay, genetic factor, okay, and ethnicity. In the age, especially this hypertension take place in the elder people, okay, but nowadays it also occurs in some younger people too. Gender, in gender it will take place in the, especially if as compared to the male and female, male have a more hypertension than female. Okay, and along with some genetic factors also contribute to the hypertension. The modifiable risk factors which can be modified, okay, like the stress. Okay, stress is also responsible for the hypertension. So if we reduce the stress, it can be modifiable. Like physical inactivity, if we reverse the physical inactivity, then also helps to decrease the hypertension. Okay, and there is obesity, and along with the alcoholism, along with smoking, these are all the modifiable risk factors. We are discussing about what are the symptoms. Okay, so symptoms, guys, you can understand the symptom. It is very easy. Okay, first of all, you start from here. There is a headache. Okay, so there is a vision problem. Okay, second, third, cough. Okay, fourth is there is a chest pain. Okay, fifth, there is a, if you take the urine. Okay, in that urine there is a blood. Okay, you feel very dizziness, fatigue. Now, very important, how we will going to investigate. Okay, the hypertension. Okay. First of all, the urine analysis. Okay, urine analysis is very essential, guys. In that urine analysis, you can identify the blood in that urine. Okay, and along with some kind of enzymes. In blood analysis, you can identify glucose level, blood level, and the lipid parameters. Okay, like a high density lipid, low density lipid. Okay, in that you can identify. And some imaging also helps to investigate, like chest X-ray. Okay, in chest X-ray, it also tells about the position of their heart, lungs, whatever the conditions. Okay, along the rhythmic activity, because hypertension affects the various heart activity and it will lead to various heart diseases. Okay, so that's why X-ray is very important, and better than X-ray there is a CT scan, and better than CT scan there is MRI. Lots of things. Okay, there are also renal ultrasound is also essential, because renal ultrasound also tells about the condition of the kidney. Okay, because kidneys also plays important role in the increase in the hypertension. Okay, and along with echocardiogram, there are lots of imaging tests. It depends on the situation of the patient, condition of the patient. And along with, guys, it is very necessary to understand what are the types of the hypertension. Okay, there are approximately 5 types of the hypertension: primary hypertension, secondary hypertension, okay, isolated systolic hypertension, malignant hypertension, and last one is a resistant hypertension. Okay, these are all the hypertension which is very important. Out of these 2 hypertension, you should remember primary and the secondary. Primary hypertension, it means essential hypertension. About 95% of the hypertension occurs by the primary, and the 10% by the secondary. Okay. Primary hypertension, cause of the primary hypertension is idiopathic, okay, unknown cause. Okay, in the secondary hypertension, there are lots of causes, like it depends on the organ failures, like kidney problems, okay, along with the heart problems, and the vital organ disturbs. So this will lead to the secondary hypertension. Okay, in primary and secondary hypertension, both in this both condition, the blood pressure increases more than 140 systolic and more than 90 diastolic blood pressure. Okay. Now, what is the malignant hypertension? Malignant hypertension means that hypertension in which the blood pressure increases more than 140 systolic and more than 90 diastolic, and this will lead to the damage of the various vital organs too. Okay, and along with there is a resistant hypertension. It means if you are taking more than one or 3 drugs, okay, which decreases the hypertension, still your hypertension is not improving. Okay, that means resistant hypertension. Okay. And along with there is a isolated systolic hypertension. It means there is a increase in the systolic blood pressure, but the diastolic blood pressure remains the normal. Okay, these are all the types of the hypertension. And one thing very important, how we will going to prevent the hypertension, guys. We will prevent by focusing on the risk factor. Okay, modifiable risk factor. Okay, so like decrease alcohol intake, decrease smoking, along with decrease the stress, decrease the obesity condition, and you should eat a healthy diet. Exercise well. Okay, these are all the preventable hypertension. Okay, you need to be prevent, and it depends on the condition of the patient. Okay, and along with you need to take a proper medication which has been prescribed by the doctor. Okay, and if I am going to discuss about the medicine, so guys, there are lots of medicine which has been prescribed. Okay, like thiazide. Okay, ACE inhibitor. Okay, ARB inhibitors, calcium blockers. Okay, and beta blockers, alpha plus beta blockers. Okay, there are lots of medicine, guys, and out of this medicine, best medicine for the hypertension is the thiazide. Okay, thiazide is best because in elderly patient also you can give the thiazide. Okay, and if I compare with ACE inhibitor to the ARB inhibitor, ARB is better than ACE because in ACB whatever the contraindication come like cough, okay, but in ARB inhibitor there is no such contraindication like cough and all coughing. Okay, so it is better than to use the ARB inhibitor. Okay, and what is the use of the beta blockers? Beta blockers means guys beta receptor which is present in the heart. That's why we used to give the beta blockers to reduce the hyperactivity of the heart. Okay, and the alpha blockers mainly they present in the blood vessels. Okay, so in that we can give if we can give the alpha plus beta blockers together, so also helpful for the blood vessels to improve. Okay, if they are constricted and if the heart has been problem, so it improve the हार्ट एंड लंग विद ब्लड वेसल्स. ओके, सो गाइस जैसे मैंने हाइपरटेंशन के बारे में अभी जो भी बताया हूं, ओके, मैंने इसको कोशिश किया है कि एक कंबाइंड फॉर्म में रखूं, एक सिंपल फॉर्म में रखूं ताकि आपको एक क्लैरिटी रहे. अगर आपको ज्यादा पढ़ना है तो मैंने डिस्क्रिप्शन में लिंक दिया हुआ है बुक के बारे में. ओके, प्लीज आप उसको सर्च करिए, आप उसको डिटेल में पढ़ सकते हो. मैंने इसमें एक शॉर्ट रिव्यू देने की कोशिश की है. ओके, सो गाइस अगर आपको इसमें कोई डाउट हो तो प्लीज मुझे कमेंट करिएगा. सो थैंक यू सो मच गाइस फॉर योर अटेंशन. इफ यू गेट एनी बेनिफिट फ्रॉम दिस प्लीज हिट द लाइक बटन, सब्सक्राइब माय चैनल. थैंक यू सो मच गाइस.